Welcome to episode 390 of the Upper Bowl podcast. People are saying it is we made it through the worst month in sports, which is February. People will say that, but I like to say it was the most fun sports month. Now we're into March, the Ides of March. Some people would say it either goes by this January, February, Izzo as well. It is also the height of college basketball season. It's also the height of NHL trade deadlines and so much more. The Duncan Dad. How are you doing? I like to say at least Rangers Flyers gives him better ratings than the past couple months on NHL on ESPN. Am I right about that, by the way?
The numbers don't lie, kids. The numbers don't lie. Yes, back better than ever. We matriculated through that horrible bit of abyss that sports goes through after the Super Bowl, before, and I guess you could even include the Combine, right? I mean,
yes,
the Combine is is it outdated?
Yeah, I don't care. I did not sit down and throw on the NFL Network for one bit up for the Combine. I'm going to be honest with you. I've back when I lived at my old apartments, I threw it on just for something that's on. Now I just don't care. I will let Bundy take it. That's what it is to me. It's an effing joke, honestly, for me. It's just for people who just want to get hammered and make deals out. Am I right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think actually that's what it really turned into. And the more I kept getting that little inside whatever vibey thing, everything Barry was saying was true. Like, this is basically the off season, the down week, the get together week with owners and GMs and kind of the upper echelon, brass in the organizations. And they get a few meals, they get some deals done. They talk about probably things that would get them in trouble for tampering before the draft would come around. But all's fair in love and war. Yeah, free agency comes around. All's fair in love and war in the NFL signing people. But, I'm glad we have turned the page, because waking up and finding out that people are getting signed and released, it warms my soul.
Yes, I just don't care. I usually, when I see the first move, I was like, all right, cool. Like, we saw Kyler Murray's going to get released. Who would have thought that anyways? We did anyway. He's going to get released. They've talked about it. Let's be honest here. We only care about the news that really, really matters, or when it happens anyways. Not this hypothetical bullshit, if you know what I mean. Am I right?
That's what I'm saying.
That's why we did not do a combine. We're not going to do measurements of people, if he has small hands or big hands, or does he have T-Rex arms. Some people have said that about a few people. We don't care, honestly.
There's a very prominent offensive lineman, and that's exactly what is holding him back. Small arms, small hands. I think he repped out really well with his speed and everything, but I guess his reach was, subpar compared to where it's expected to be. And, just like the great Austin Powers would say, right? There's only two things I fear in this world: nuclear war and carnies. Carnival folk, small hands, small hands.
It's a good movie, by the way. That's a good movie. It says you did that movie. Do you want to? That trailer just came out, by the way.
What?
Scary Movie 6.
Scary Movie 6. Doesn't that coincide a little bit with the Scream franchise? Don't they run like
the Wayland brothers? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So they're back, by the way.
They're back. All right.
Yes. So I saw a trailer. I was like, wait, this is back? Okay. I totally forgot about Scary Movie 5. And then Scary Movie 6 and the Wayland brothers are back. I was like,
let's go.
Yeah. Anyway,
let's go. Hey, shout out to back the Wayback Time Machine. In Living Color was breaking down walls.
Yes.
Way before some of these other shows came around, man.
Oh, yeah.
Hysterical sketch comedy. Just hysterical sketch comedy. You laugh at each other. People laugh at each other. It's okay. Yes. Trevor and I are not going to give you 2 snaps in a circle, though. We're not going to do it.
Oh, my God.
That's what's cool. But we will say that. Check out the trailer. You'll laugh. We are so back to early 2000s comedy. Hopefully we are with parody films. It's a Naked Gun came back. Maybe it was
laugh a little bit, man. It's great. It's a good time. It's a good time.
Laugh a bit. That's what we like to say anyway. So that's what I like to say.
I like it.
Thank you, Jim Mandich.
I like it.
Even Jim Mandich would agree, even though he's up in heaven right now. He would agree we need to laugh a little bit. Shout out to Jim Mandich. All right. Big thing I like to say. This is usually the month of the year we really focus on hockey. I know some people in national pundits don't like to give a fuck because it's when they do their NBA crap. Am I right?
Yeah, get your Mount Rushmores, get ready for the playoff push.
Is Kobe better than LeBron, or is MJ better than LeBron? Why are we disrespecting Kobe? Why isn't he mentioned? This is only thing I like to say is that we don't care about those NBA conversations because those are just make me want to do this with a microphone.
Yeah,
As I hit my head with a microphone like it's WWF from 2004, like Stone Cold Steve Austin would do to somebody, or Chris Jericho would do. I'd rather take a mic to the forehead.
Y2J, baby, Y2J.
Yes, sir. That's why.
There was actually a list that came out a few weeks ago and probably tracks with this whole nothing going on in the world of sports. And they did the greatest wrestling introductions of all time and completely omitted Y2J. And there was about 10 or 15 of us in this little chatting in this post. And we just took the guy who posted to the woodshed. Everyone's tagging Jericho. Everyone's tagging WWE. I mean, this is great, man. Break the walls down. Come on.
There's an old OG photo of me. I don't know if I have it on this phone. I actually met Chris Jericho before at a CD signing.
There you go.
At FYE store.
FYE. We're going way back.
FYE. This is summer 2010. FYE in Trumbull Mall. He was doing a signing. I got his album signed and Armageddon 2008 signed, by the way.
That is awesome. That's for your entertainment, kids. And by the way, Chris Jericho, also a hockey player.
Yes. Chris Irvine.
Let's go.
Played for the Rangers too, by the way.
Let's go.
So that's why if I see all these new wrestling things, it's like there's no Chris Jericho. I was like, where's Jericho? You guys are just a bunch of dumb fucks over there. So
that was
all right.
It was so great, man. So great. So we have NHL trade deadline talk, right?
Which is Friday, by the way. It's Friday.
Coming in fast. Coming in hot.
Coming in fast. So we'll probably be a recap show next week anyway. So we'll do that sometime. So you will get that. I'm not going to do one during the week because I'm kind of busy anyway. So, but you will get one next week anyway. So I'm going to tell you that for sure.
Who should we watch?
Who should we watch?
Is Bob going to go from Florida?
I honestly, some people say he should. Some people say
tell me no. Come on.
Don't get rid of Bob. You don't have any luck in goalie after that, but I don't know. This year he's not been the same, unless it's mostly because the defense up front has been brutal, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
And with no Barkov, his teams. We kind of said this in the preview, anyways. Way back machine, anyways. If you want to play the music, anyways. We kind of like, I don't know about the Panthers, but he was like, oh, they just need to get in, just find a way, float, just get in. I don't know what to expect out of them, honestly. So I kind of told people I'm giving them the end of the week. There's part of me I want to say they're cooked and finished. There's other part of me is like, there could be a chance, but I think they're cooked and finished, honestly. Like you have
a little too much to overcome, a little too much to dig out of that hole from the beginning of the year.
Yeah. I kind of had a feeling when they were not in the top 6.
Okay.
Or the top 8, some people will say. The top, like when they were not in the top 3 of anyone in the Atlantic or not even the wild card, when you had the Flyers in the division, pretty much. I was like, okay. I always tell those people, like, I always go by American Thanksgiving. That's where you should pay attention to, anyways.
Correct.
More people say, oh, December, anyways, January 1. I kind of realized that during the year, like, okay. Kachuk will be back. Maybe something will happen. Really haven't really been the same. They haven't really been the same. Barkov's pretty much that spiritual leader and the main leader of that team. When you don't have him, who got injured during first day of training camp, by the way, ACL, MCL, non-contact injury. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah,
and Kachuk was going to be out for mostly the whole until like when he's ready. Like, oh, he'll be back by December. And then it was January. I was like, well, shit, you know?
It's like then the Olympics.
Yeah, then the Olympics come anyways. Like, oh, it's good for that he's playing hockey. I think this team's cooked. Even though they got Dmitry Kulikov, who's been out since the second game of the year, by the way.
Mr. Kulikov.
Yes, so I give him props because I think he's one of the great defensemen they have. He's underrated. No one talks about him. I talk about him because I'm a true hockey guy anyway, so that's why. But I think the Panthers have some question marks what they're going to do. I don't know what's going to happen on Friday. They play Columbus Thursday night, and they go to Detroit on Friday night. So right, that window of who will be playing, who will not be playing, who will be sitting and stuff is going to be the main question. What's going to happen on Thursday into Friday? As I always say, I will be enjoying my couple of 10-hour shows of TSN trade deadline before I have to go to work, which is, by the way, on ESPN Plus, by the way. So enjoy the Canadian version, is what I like to say.
There you go.
Unless you want to watch the sports then anyways, you pick your poison. I don't know what you want to go with. Depends if you want to deal with O-Dog and Guthrie and other people, or just the shenanigans of Sportsnet. So pick your poison, honestly. Because ESPN won't start anything till 2 o'clock, by the way.
There you go.
Yes. So we already had one trade already. Panarin got traded. Nashville's starting to unload some people. I think the big name you probably would go for, people are saying Stamkos. Locally in Philadelphia, Ristolainen has been a big name out there. If he's going to get traded or not, there's rumors of Owen Tippett. I don't think that's going to happen. The trade deadline's a true tricky area because I don't know what's going to happen, honestly. You don't know who's moving stuff anyways. Vinny Trocheck of your New York Rangers saying, like, I ain't moving west, by the way.
I'm not going west. I'm not going to the Western Conference. No,
have you ever seen
no
that
to
before?
you, LA Kings.
Have you ever seen that before of a player?
I think there's been private rumblings between players and their agents saying, hey, I don't want to go above the board, above the border.
Yeah,
hey, I don't feel
big
like
one now.
Yeah, I think that's probably the biggest one. But no, I mean, I don't really see that kind of transition from, New York to California. I mean, we've seen it done in the past. People go, East Coast, West Coast, vice versa. But I mean, he's 32, 33 years old, veteran defenseman. I guess he's kind of calling his own shot where he wants to be. Forward. So, I mean, calling a shot where he wants to be. So, we'll see how that goes. The bottom line is that the Rangers are the number 3 from the bottom worst team in the NHL. They need to do some serious overhaul. They need to unload some of these contracts. I think he has about 2 years, 3 years left on his deal with the Rangers. Aside from Shesterkin and Zerban, everyone else is, moving on. Everyone else is moving on.
Yeah, it's truly it's crazy what's going to happen anyways with the Rangers. You have teams like the Bruins and Canadians are in both wild cards. What are they going to do?
Yep.
You have teams on the fringe like Columbus, Washington, Ottawa, and Philadelphia. What are they going to do?
Yeah.
Is Philly going to buy? Is Philly going to sell? And so on and so on. Is Toronto going to sell?
Is Toronto going to sell?
A
lot of chatter with Big Austin up there.
Have I told you my theory yet?
What is your theory?
I need a I said this during the bar. I was not drinking, by the way.
Okay.
This was sober Trevor, by the way. If I was Philadelphia, I'd find a way. I would call up Ottawa or Austin, or Toronto. Like, what do you want? What do you want for either Brady or Austin? Honestly, because I say this because I want to say this. Save those two guys, please. Some American team like the Flyers. Like, please. I'm at the point like you have to make a trade for one of those two captains, or Hellerbuck. Honestly, I don't think Hellerbuck will go to the Flyers, but one of the two, like Austin Matthews or Kachuk, please make a way to rescue him from Canadian media. Him getting yelled at for being an American captain, people are booing him and everything. I would like to see him play an American market at least. It would be good for USA hockey. Honestly, that's my personal opinion. And I think some of those two need to be saved immediately. I'm not asking for an SOS mission, but Flyers, now's your chance, please. Like, I don't ask that much of making moves anyway. Find a way to get those two. I don't care if you give up a lot of people. Just do it, please, for my sanity. Honestly, like, I want this out because it's like Trevor wants to start. I want to see them just get rescued out of Canada, honestly.
Yeah, I think what a lot of hockey fans tend to see is that Toronto being to the cup, like they haven't gone over that hump, right? They haven't gotten past that point.
They haven't been to Toronto has been to an Eastern Conference final since 2002, by the way.
Yeah. So let's get these guys to a cup in the right position with the team. It almost has like Josh Allen vibes. Anytime I can bring, MVPs together and
I say Lamar Jackson,
throw Josh Allen on the bus for a second, that's always good.
Or Lamar Jackson, at least.
Or Lamar Jackson, yeah. Who Ryan Clark believes should be replaced by Kyler Murray. Talk about one of
This is a joke.
the most
Most of it.
horrible. I mean, come on, man.
Do you want to know what I gotta say?
You should put one of those little nuts in his mouth. What do you call those things there? Those little baby suitors?
Yeah,
That's what they should do, honestly, to Brian Clark.
yeah. Like if there's mandatory drug testing at ESPN, like I hope he walked back to his locker and there was like a pee cup
Or the note like the NFL does anyways.
or the note. Yeah, the note.
I think the note. I think they need more of the note anyway. So, like, sir, we need to test you honestly. Maybe for
That's-
CTE, maybe
I'm,
for
yeah, I'm all
drugs.
for. Hey, CT is very critical. Very, very.
I know. I know.
I like that. I like that. But yeah, it's I'm listen, people make hot takes all the time. That's great. But just looking at Lamar Jackson and Kyler Murray,
Mm-hmm.
come on, man. Come on. Come on.
Oh, Jesus. So trade deadline is Friday. Keep your phone on, I like to say.
Yes,
I've been
keep
known to
it
turn
going.
my phone off a lot, but or I turn my phone off. I just put it on silence.
Put the noties off. DND.
Put the phone on vibration at least. Not good vibrations, but
Not good vibrations. Shout out to the Beatles.
Maybe
Ryan Wilson,
vibrations by Petey Pablo at least.
Very nice.
I'm on a heater today. All right. We do have a guest this week, by the way.
We do.
Anthony Sanfilippo covers the Flyers for Snow the Goalie, and on Pattison, by the way, a new Philly sports website by Kyle Scott and company, by the way.
Ooh, very nice.
Yes, so he's on that. He's been there for a couple of years now. I've had a chance to have. I was looking at the archives when it was the last time I had Anthony Sanfilippo on. 2023, by the way.
Oh, there you go.
I do a really bad job of a Flyer coverage, by the way, maybe because it's hard to get people I want to talk to all the time, and B, it's such a shit show. I can just do my own observations here. Sometimes I just need to talk to a beat reporter. So we have next couple of weeks we're gonna have some good Flyer coverage for you guys.
There you go.
With me and a few other beat reporters and stuff before this West Coast road trip is gonna happen for the Flyers. So keep an eye out for that, by the way. But Anthony Sanfilippo is joining us today, by the way. So
good.
Yeah,
How, you plan on asking him about the get rid of Tocchet, fire Tocchet comments? Or no?
I am pro Rick Tocchet, by the way. Rick Tocchet is on the docket, by the way.
Okay.
I
Make sure you bring that up.
I gotta ask because I tell this to people, like, I'm not here to fire Tocchet. I like Rick Tocchet anyways. Just give him time. It's the first fucking year. Like, this is not Scotty Bowman, Terry Murray, Roger Nilsson, Ken Hitchcock, John Stevens,
Mike Keenan,
Peter Laviolette,
yeah,
Craig Berube. Fuck Mike, Dave Hackstall, by the way. Him, interim head coach Scott Gordon, Elaine Vigneault, or that dumbass John Tortorella. Anyways,
hey, we love Torts, man. I'm a Torts fan.
You can love Torts, but he can go fuck himself.
I have allegiance to anybody who's gone through New York and Tampa.
I can't.
Now he's
I
got
still
a gold medal, and actually he doesn't get a gold medal. Do you understand? You realize that, right?
Wait. This is breaking news, honestly. Go.
Yeah, this is
break
breaking.
this.
So the coaches don't get medals.
What do they get then?
I guess like thanks for showing up. Thanks for being
Do they
here.
get a ring then by USA Hockey then?
I mean, I hope they get something, maybe a plaque, maybe a gold watch or something. But no medals. Medals are specifically for the athletes.
At least.
Yeah, just the athletes. Because I was like, oh, well, this is kind of cool because it made the big deal about Sullivan being the coach, and then they kind of snuck it in, like even though he won't get a medal, blah 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 blah. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Though we're all part of the team here. I mean, I win a Super Bowl as a coach, I got a ring. Win a World Series as a coach, I get a ring.
So we got to change some rules now with the IOC. I'm gonna guess now.
I mean, you would think that the coaching component of it would be worthy of a medal. I mean, FIFA World Cup, right? Like those guys, like it's got the coach's name right there along with everybody. I don't know.
That's a disgrace. That's
This is a disgrace.
That's what I gotta say about the IHHC or whatever his thing is. Anyways, it's called the Olympics. Anyways, that's a disgrace. And
What a joke.
thank you.
Well, it's just because they're an integral part of the game. Everybody else, you got to coach in like figure skating, you got to coach in downhill skiing or whatever, curling, I guess. But like these guys are actually making plays, calling plays, for you to execute during the game, setting strategy during the game. So, I think there's a little more of a less blurred line Get these guys a medal.
Yeah, get them a medal. Get them medal and rings, honestly. USA Hockey, get the rings out, anyways. They have gold, they bling bling gold ring, anyways. Something like that. All right. So trade deadline's Friday. By the way, Flyers got 4 points out of 6. Wait, I think they got 6, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, 2. Yeah, they got 6 points. They get 6 points.
6 points.
They got 6 points. Not our favorite one. They did get 4 before the Toronto game, but they got 6 out of 4, by the way. 6 out of the 8 games they came out of the break for. So they lost versus Washington in regulation. They won in overtime versus New York. They got 4 points so far when they beat Bruins. So that's 2. That is 4. Thank you. And we got 6 points. And they got 6 points. It's Monday when they played Toronto, by the way. All right, first off, did you know that game was on Prime, by the way?
You know,
in Canada.
Yeah.
Go.
No, because it's the same conversation that we've had like 18 times. And everywhere you go now to try to get your sports, you are going to have a million subscriptions.
Mm-hmm.
You just are. I mean, they throw them in free. And I guess it's okay that it's on Prime. Some of it, if I'm getting my
in Canada,
hey, listen, it could be in Canada, it can be in Kuwait, it could be in Qatar, it can be in Kitty Hawk, North Carolina.
Yeah, it's one of merchandising the NHL.
Get on Prime. Just do it.
Like I didn't know it was on Prime, and my Prime like wait. There's 2 feeds for this game? I thought it was just a regular sports game. I did not know Amazon Prime had Monday Night Hockey.
I didn't know they had hockey at all.
Yeah. It was only in Canada. Like, wait. Timeout.
We had
Amazon the hockey action, yo. As Jose would say.
We're going to need a sports viewing graphic where we can find these things. Because these kids out there, like, they'll find a way to get onto, like, the Canadian Amazon website and like backdoor themselves in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what the hell?
Honestly. No more copper penny in the cable box, kids. It's a little more intricate than that.
Oh my God.
That's true. Yeah, so they were on locally. You got on NBC Sports Philadelphia. I had to go through ESPN. So I got 2 feeds, by the way.
2.
I thought I was gonna get the Flyer feed. I got the Amazon feed. Like, wait, this is on Amazon? I'm like, oh, let me see if I can put it on. Only in Canada, by the way.
Who are the Canadian commentators? Do we know that?
I'm going to give you that right now, actually.
There's like Don Cherry out there calling it.
I do love Don Cherry, by the way. Amazon Prime hockey announcers. It is John Forsling with Jody Shelley. If Anna's Jody Shelley's Thomas Hickey and Shane Hindy and newly added Chris Pronger. So you have Adam Vidic, Adam Patolio with insights from Blake Bolden, Mark Messier, and reporter Christine Simpson. Good to see she still has a job, by the way. So
yeah, I like the Mess angle and the Pronger angle there. I guess it's keeping Mess busy for his playoff push, his playoff run.
Yes. So Forsland does those games, by the way. That's why. I think I saw Ken Daniels did it last year too. The Detroit Red Wings announcer he occasionally does a national game here and there, I know he was doing a game occasionally. I was like, what the hell,
All right.
So when you look at it, like Canada gets his Amazon shit, as we up in the States, it's like, what the fuck, honestly, So this game was supposed to be. I thought it was a 7:00 game. This Toronto game, it was 7:30. I was like, what the fuck,
7:30.
7:30 game in Toronto, which I'm fine with, anyways. Then I got to 7:45. Like, okay, I know we have double anthems. Why do we need a 7:45 puck drop? Honestly,
7:45. Yeah,
Eastern.
Yeah, it doesn't apply. Like that, they make up their own time, do what they want to do, especially on the these little apps and streaming services.
We not belong to a clock. Do we not listen to a clock anymore, I'm guessing? Like, what the hell are we doing here, honestly? I'm used to 08, 07 puck drops if it's a 7:00 game, Maybe a 35 or a 38 or something like this. Like, what the hell are we doing here, honestly?
And way back when, you used to get like the 12:05 starts, the 1:05 starts.
Yeah.
Mix it in.
Good old NHL NBC. Those 12:00 games, they were fun. unless you have to go to the game, by the way.
Yeah, unless you had to
Like-
go to the game.
Like if you were going, like I went to, I think my last one I went to was a noon game. Flyers Rangers at noon. That was a tough get up for, by the way. Like I had to get on the train. Like you were drinking by 10:30 at least, like 10:45 at the bar.
It's a good time. It's a good time, man.
Is it a good time? Or-
So this plays perfectly into where we're going to go. The viewership coming off of the
Yes.
Olympics
yes,
up, right?
yes. Like
Merchandising.
it's that
I want winners.
you go with the classic teams finally. You know,
Yeah, there you go. Right,
like
Rangers Flyers Thursday.
I yell about this all the time for my own reason. I don't know where I sent it to you, but
I'm a grumpy old man. Listen,
I am a grumpy old. I'm
get
I'm
off
old-
my lawn.
I am 34, but I could act like a grumpy old man when I can. By the way, so
I like
thank you, Jim. All right, so out the gate, there was also there's TNT game. They didn't give me that, by the way. So this is off ESPN PR, by the way. So
Okay,
Thursday night was the first big game the Rangers had on television. They had since before the break, anyway. So they had a Thursday night game and a doubleheader, by the way.
there you go.
That doubleheader game was pretty bad, by the way. The Oilers smacked the Kings, by the way. Holy fuck! That was off.
Glad
That
the
was also.
Kings are shopping for people.
Well, we do have Kings news also, by the way. So get ready for that. Flyers Rangers, by the way. 615,000 peaked at 699,000 people watched it, by the way. Up 51% last season on NHL and ESPN average, by the way.
Ooh,
All right.
substantial
Saturday-
more viewership than the WNBA, which they're going to put on Sunday night. But hey,
My turn, asshole.
Thank you. Anyways, all right. Saturday, the Rangers are on again, by the way, and the Flyers. Rangers Penguins peaked at 1.3 million, 973,000 people watched, by the way. So that was the early game, by the way. That was like the 1 o'clock game at least. Up 60% versus last season's NHL and ABC's average, by the way. Bruins Flyers, by the way. I'm not going to say this is a.
outright.
Thank you, Mike Milson. 1.1 million people peaked at 1.4 million people watching Bruins Flyers as second game of the doubleheader, by the way. Up 30% last season's NHL and ABC's average, by the way. Here's Sunday. They had a single game, by the way. 668,000 people tuned in for Panthers Icelanders, by the way. Peaked at 870K. Plus 64% versus last season's NHL and ESPN average, by the way.
so what was the go ahead? Yeah, go ahead.
NHL and ESPN now is up 17% YOY. Season date through 27 games. NHL and ABC's average 785,000 viewers, by the way. What do you think that means, by the way?
I think that there's a great Olympic effect. People are tuning back in. I think people appreciate the original six or some of those big market teams going at it in primetime slots, regardless of the star power. I think it is even more important then, to your point earlier in the conversation, that you really need these big markets to go after these guys.
The newer hot markets, you know?
Right. Like people aren't tuning in to watch, Toronto versus Columbus just because Austin Matthews is playing.
No.
But you put that in New York versus the Kings, New York versus the Flyers. Yeah. Like people are like, whoa, let's
Put
go.
Toronto, Philadelphia on ABC, or like, do you know
Bring it up.
like you get the effect anyways, you know?
And to be completely honest as well, in this particular market, Philadelphia right now, the Flyers are the number 4 team, maybe the number 5 team. And if they're still able to draw close to 1 million bit of viewership with another team on a national broadcast, that should indicate to you, all right, if we really inject a little bit more talent, a little more attention to what's going on here, we can really push this far, because people are looking for something to watch, especially in the space that exists between the end of the Super Bowl and the beginning of the Major League Baseball season. And they're saved in a point because you've got World Baseball Classic this year.
Yes.
Right? Without the World Baseball Classic, you were still in this limbo state of, all right, let's just really get to the end of April, NFL
End of March,
draft.
end of March, you know.
Yeah,
end of March.
that's end of March. And I wouldn't even say that. I mean, like baseball, I'm just interested to see how the numbers come out with baseball the first couple weeks of the season, because will we see a WBC effect into the baseball season? You're hoping, right? They're hoping that carries over. But again, baseball is very
on edge right now.
Yeah. Baseball is very on edge right now. On edge right now.
It's very on edge, anyways. We'd like to say, anyways. So it's just very, very interesting, anyways. So that's why. It just shows that people are just like, what's gonna happen here, anyways. I think it really shows that, like. Also, I think I was driving back, listening to post game for the Flyers with the Jason Martinez. Like, there's a full building, by the way, at the Wells Fargo Center. I mean, not First Union, Xfinity Mobile Arena, by the way.
Xfinity Mobile Arena just got the rebrand. Super duper nice.
They had a full building, by the way, and they when they noticed it, the players noticed it during warm up, by the way, and they were saying like, "Hey, we got to show up for the people today." You know,
believe me, I've been down there and it's been empty, folks.
Yes,
there's a big difference.
And it was a full sellout at 3. It was a 3:00 game, 3:20 slide, by the way.
Nice.
Because the Rangers and Penguins went into a shootout, by the way. And they moved the game to ESPN News for a minute, anyways, which is even more hilarious, by the way. To get the game started, by the way. So crazy shit, as I like to say. A big thing that happened was I love a good. Do you love a good goalie duel, by the way?
When it's not
forced.
When it's not, forced. When it's not forced. If it feels forced or scripted, then I'm like, oh, come on.
Was Saturday scripted or forced on for you?
I was on the fence when I saw it.
Yes.
I was on the fence when I saw it, and I was like, this doesn't remind me of like Hextall throwing off the mask and skating down and just
to Byron Defoe at least.
Yeah, and just bum rush tackling somebody. It's always fun though to see a good goalie fight, though.
I haven't seen a good goalie duel. When I made a goalie duel, is like they're both like going save for save at least. I know Jason Martinez will be listening to this, but as he's recovering from surgery right now, he would agree. Like, shout out to Martinez, by the way. But that was a great goalie duel of all goalie duels I've seen in a while, by the way.
Yeah, there's. I mean, back there, I say like probably late '90s, early aught years. You had a lot of really, really good back and forth games.
Like Robert Ash versus Martin Brodeur.
Yeah, Ash Brodeur, Potvin, Hasek. Guys just
Osgood.
Yes, standing on their head when they shouldn't have.
Osgood Waugh.
Patty Waugh, man.
Eddie Belfour versus Patty Waugh. When the pads were a little thicker and bigger in size, at least.
You could stand there. Well, you could crouch down and you take up like 3/4 of the goal.
Then Chris Drury's trying to figure out a way to get his way. Big thing I noticed during the Thursday, and we're jumping around here. When they were honoring all the USA players for the Rangers.
Yes.
Your boy got Chris Drury got booed out the lights, by the way.
Hey, well, USA. Sorry, Drews.
Sorry, Drury. But Sullivan got cheers and everybody else got cheers. Except for Drury got booed out the building, by the way. I was like, I've heard that type of booing since whenever Roenick was playing for the Flyers. The Ranger faithful anyway. So
all right.
Flyers beat the Bruins in regulation 3-1. Sean Couturier got a goal, by the way, even though it was an empty netter. His goalless drought is over, by the way. Jamie Drysdale, who was traded for Cutter Gauthier, he looks not too bad. He looks like a boy. He looks like a guy. He looks like a guy. He's like staying healthy. I enjoy Jamie Drysdale on the back end, by the way.
You need to just give it time. Give it time.
That's what I'm giving it time for. I did like Christian Dvorak's pass off the glass. Off the boards to go straight to Konechny, by the way, to get the first goal, get passed by Jeremy Swayman. That was creativity at a whole, by the way. So
pay attention in geometry, kids.
What's your point?
Exactly.
It's all about angles.
Including photographs, by the way. Including photographs, too, by the way. It's all about them angles, too, anyways.
Yes, all about them angles.
About them angles. So that happened. Flyers beat the Rangers in overtime. I enjoyed Matty Michkov. Or Matty Michkov,
Matty Michkov.
Get that overtime goal. That was a fun. I'm going to say this: Rangers Flyers on a Thursday night. It just sounds perfect, anyways, on national television.
does.
It felt like we were missing something for almost a decade, almost. Anyways,
Listen, we've always, and we will always preface this by saying we have always said, but we do. When you identify momentum within your sport, you have got to put that in position and capitalize on it. You just have to.
Yeah. I was at that point, like I knew Rangers Flyers was on.
Yep.
Even though Panthers Leafs would have been good TV rating, but I'm kind of glad they threw the Flyer Ranger game on, you know? Because I don't think Leafs Panthers would give you a good rating at least, you know?
No, it's no. The market that you're selling to at that particular point, coming off of that Olympic high, are people who are going to tune in. Upper Northeast, East Coast people who are into hockey.
Yep.
You're probably the hotbed and your majority of people anchoring this Olympic, coverage, because they're watching games aside from the USA games.
Yeah.
USA games are like the cherry on top.
Yeah.
Now you come back and you're like, oh, you want to watch Rangers Flyers?
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm in.
Oh, count me
Who's
in.
on that team? Oh, all right. Yeah, cool. Coach was Olympic. Oh, yeah.
Who's coach? Oh, Rick Tocchet from Team Canada. Ooh, I want to see what he's gonna do as a retribution, losing to USA. You know,
gonna get some fights. People gonna throw the gloves. What's gonna happen?
Yeah. It felt like old Rangers Flyers games from the past, anyway. So minus you had some good moments, I will say, but that was a fun to see. Rangers Flyers. We do not like to see is the Kings right out the gate. By the way, get blasted.
They got blasted.
They got blasted. Like we really mean they got blasted. Like like last start they played Wednesday right out the gate. By the way, Panthers Kings loss at home.
At home was
on TNT. By the way, for the national viewer. By the way, 6-4.
Ouch.
You want to know how they came back the next day against the Edmonton Oilers?
What'd you get?
Not good. 8-1.
8-1.
Outscored 14-5 in 2 games.
Whoo. That's not good, kids.
No. Even though they came back and won on Saturday night, by the way. 2-0 to the Calgary Flames. It was very much 1-0 for a long time, by the way.
Yeah, so let's say that's 2-0 over the game. So 14, 17, 50. 3. I mean, that's a pretty bad plus minus for a 3-game span, kids.
Yeah. You want the kids reacted to what they did on Sunday afternoon?
What did they do?
We were expecting someone to get fired. Like, oh no, there's some rumors that Craig Brewer can get fired after they lost to Ottawa. They instead, Kings fired Jim Hiller, by the way, their head coach.
Goodbye.
Ken Holland's seen enough. He was kind of pissed about they weren't playing well before the break. Now after the break, they're not doing the great anyways. This Kings team is currently now out on the West. They are 5 points out of the last wild card, by the way.
Okay. All right. Yeah, got some work to do.
6 points to the other one too. So they're like get some spots anyways. And you want to who's they got to jump?
San Jose,
Utah, Seattle, San Jose.
Oh.
But I gotta say, shout out to the Shark Tank, by the way.
Shout out to the Shark Tank.
The kids are here for the San Jose Sharks, and we really need. As someone, we like to have a few teams we have to watch on the West Coast. I'm known to watch the Dallas Stars and jump around, see what's going on in the league. I like to know what's going on in the league as a whole.
Right.
The San Jose Sharks are the fun team to watch, by the way.
They're fun. They're entertaining.
And they beat the Canadians 8-5 last night, by the way. Like that was like truly like when you look at it, like great late 7-5. Correction, 7-5. That's some great late night hockey. If you're chasing and you need some bets, you got it anyway.
You got it, man. You shout out to Joe Manuele. He was there with his daughter celebrating the evening and saw a good game. Unfortunately, his Habs they went down, but yeah.
I can promote this. We will have Joe Manuele on the show next week, by the way, so I can tease.
There you go. Look at this. Didn't even know about this, kids. Yeah, look, we're just channeling each other. I want to pat myself on the back.
I was trying to get him on the show today, but instead we'll shoot for next week as we recap the trade deadline. So I'm gonna give you that.
Let's recap the trade deadline.
Let's get to our main guest, by the way, Anthony Sanfilippo from On Pattison and Chris Snow, the goalie, by the way. Whoosh.